Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Let's see, let's scooch some stuff around. Pathfinder is still using lurkbait with no issue. Interesting. Why are we having such a problem then? Very strange. Hello, everybody. Is it because we modded it? I don't think so, because it had a pop-up that was like, hey, we're having issues, hold tight. I haven't attempted, I figured this would be I figured this would be a good opportunity to reload in all of our other fish. All of our custom fish, if you will. So I haven't opened it up again. Yeah, that's what I figured, Olivier. It's not, it's just changing how it looks. Not like how it operates beyond that, so. I'm using the new mixer. Please let me know if things are too quiet, too loud, etc. Sounds good. Mic level, perfect volume. Let's go. The mix is good. Sounds good. Yeehaw. But does it mix away the screaming? I mean, probably not. But I'm sure once I naturally throw a shriek in there, people will let me know. Yeah, old mic, the Shure mic, is back on, which is a much better microphone. So much better microphone, mixer, etc. I definitely have to relearn a bunch of stuff because I'm like, okay, now that I have a mixer, I have to set it up properly, like for the different things that I do, right? Real streamer, real streamer, real streamer. Dude sounds crisp. Excellent. Mixer's so good, even the picture got better. What the shit? Fantastic. I'm so glad that it's sounding good. This mixer has a built-in compressor. It might handle the screams. Eyebrow wiggle. Might. We'll see. Hello, everyone. We're just gonna hang out and chill for a little bit, and then I'm gonna do a sponsored Drop Duchy stream. I made a little schedule graphic that I posted in the Discord and also on Twitter. I should have put it on Blue Sky as well, but I was in a hurry. My kid was all up on me. But yeah, it sort of gives an idea of the week. Not much evening stuff because I'm recording a bunch of stuff this evening for like, that's not streamed, you know? But yeah, I'm still starting to come down with a cold, or I have a cold. I don't know. I can't tell if it's gonna get worse yet. You could add where the D&D stuff is. So hilariously, I totally agree. The reason I left it off this time is because I realized while I was making it that I'm not sure what channel we're doing Heliens on. And I was like, well, I should probably ask, I guess. But everybody else isn't awake yet, so I still don't know. But yes, I completely agree. For anyone who watched Heliens back in the day when we were doing Heliens, we are restarting it. Fresh start, same characters, but starting the campaign completely from scratch. That campaign, it's a time loop story, and It's a retcon. We're retconning. Yeah. World reset. They had done the beginning of it and had a big like juggle of players and lots of time in between sections. And we eventually hit a point where like we were gonna need to sort of start over to a certain extent anyway, and took a poll with all of the players, like, would it be beneficial if we just started the story over, essentially? And we said that would be lovely, that we'd like to do that. And our DM said that they would also appreciate kind of a fresh start with it. So if you enjoyed Heliens before, or if you never watched it, but you like time loop stuff, we're literally restarting it today. I could make things automatically cross-post between Twitter, Blue Sky, and Discord if that would make things easier. Olivier, I have so many things I feel like you could help me with. Hold on. I'm gonna write a big sticky note to myself that just says, message Olivier later. I was Olivier MVP. I was literally talking with Marielle about part of my debut thing, and I was like, I feel like Olivier could help me with this part of the thing. I should really message him. Now I'm like, I feel like I should just message you about a lot of stuff. Love seeing mushy posts on Blue Sky now. Yeah, you know, I struggle with social media now. A lot of times I'm really just not sure what to post, so it just all winds up being go live messages. So I wasn't really bothering, but I was talking with Nick, oddly enough, who is in Heliens. I was talking with Nick Horst, and they were like, man, you should be posting on Blue Sky. I was like, yeah, but I never post anything on Blue Sky, and I feel kind of shitty having it only be go live posts. And it was like, well, Blue Sky is a lot kinder to external links. It's a lot better about that. Nick does social well. Nick does do social well. I have a lot of friends who are I feel like I used to be, and then I got really weird about my privacy. And then I had a kid and we had the pandemic, and so I have this weird mental block about making posts that don't like have an exact purpose, if that makes sense. I was talking with Jeannie about that, because Jeannie isn't, you know, an influencer or content creator or any, you know, any of those buzzwords. Like, she's none of that shit. And she was like, it honestly just bums me out that I don't see like anything of you. Like, I don't care if it's a stupid tweet. Like just post a thing, you know? Like if your friends can make a fart joke and have it pop off, like you can just post whatever. But yeah, I think I just have like a weird mental block on it right now. That I can get over if I just start posting again. But I was saying to Sam, I think part of the, you know, part of my issue with it, I think if I imagine that I'm posting as this, if I'm like, well, I'm primarily a VTuber now, so my posts are this guy, this weird little bitch, right? Like if I think about it that way instead of, you know, yeah, social media RP, exactly. But yeah. I'm in a social media slump, so all of my posts are just, I'm going live now, kisses. No, because it's built into the lore that Mushy gets bigger and smaller. So any of these models, like when I eventually make a much smaller model or an even bigger, weirder model, none of them are being retired. They're all just different sizes, you know. of the same character. I love live from the bog tweets. Me too. I also like Little Mushy. Yeah, Sam said the same thing. Sam was like, you just need to do what I do and just blow all of your money on art. It's like, just spend crazy amounts of money commissioning people for art and then just post art all the time. It's like, you know what? You know what? Go insane with art power. Sam the art connoisseur. Sam and Summer, two of the arguably closest people in my life, are both impulse art buyers. I love it though. I love it. Summer's the sort of person to go on a rant if like there's an artist they want to commission and they're underpricing. I'm like, that's such a wholesome thing to complain about. Like, what do you mean it's only this much? Oh no, Mushy! Mushy, come back! Mushy, no! The iPad died. Mushy! Mushy, please! Okay. Well, I guess I should... Wow, it died? Why did you die? Oh, it's back on. What the hell? It's at 1%. Something... Okay. Something was wiggled out. It was not plugged in properly. So, speaking of alternate models, alrighty. Well, we'll let that charge for a bit, and we'll PNG, I guess. We'll veto. Cooked, so cooked, dude. There we go. Hello. Fixed. It's like I was never gone. Now that I've done that one right after the other, though, this one looks so much bigger. Wait a minute. It's the wrong size, isn't it? That's a little better. I don't know if I remember this one. I had a PNG tuber made because... of like Mushy, because I had PNGs that I was using, but none of them were of Mushy, and I was being asked to do like collabs and stuff, and you know, everybody uses Fujitech. I was like, I should probably have a me like a Mushy. All mush cats are canonically accurate. Yeah, they're all from the same spore, they just grow different, you know. Are you streaming later now? Oh, yeah, Dojum's answered you. Yeah, it's a bank holiday today. On days when my kid's home from school, I try to spend the whole morning with her. So I start at 1 p.m. instead of 11 a.m. It's 2 hours later. A very bank holiday. I got a little lap table. You just need a TV dinner. Yeah. I should go back and be like, hey, I have something I really want. I have something I really want to add to this model. Yeah, I have a little controller. I have a little cup of coffee, but I have more versions of this. Wait a sec. I just never loaded them in. 2 Tubi, PNG Tubi. Oh, did I not download it? Oh, that's weird. Shout out to Business Dudes. Big fan of this guy. Ew. I don't want to be holding that right now. There we go. Big fan, huge fan. Yeah, I've gotten so used to sort of my body ratio with this background that when I've been setting up the bigger model looks weird with this background because they're so much bigger. But you know, it's okay. We'll get used to it. There's no scaling. What do you mean? Like zoom? I mean, yeah, you can make it bigger or smaller and stuff, but it doesn't change the fact that it looks like drastically different. This is just reminding me that Noi got back to me about the little kicky feet. Yeah, the proportions are the issue. Bigger model could mean anything. Buff mushy? No, it's this here. Hold on. Fit to screen. This. These were the sketches for it. Sketches. Roxo called them sketches. The design for Big Mushy. But proportionally completely different. Hi, OLG! I hug you, I kiss you. Cool design, thank you. Roxo's idea of sketches is my idea of a full color drawing. I know, that's always so funny with like, you know, different artists will call sketches different things. I saw a commission page for somebody that I was really interested in commissioning. And they were like, yeah, and I'll just do like a sketch for this much. And I was looking at the sketches going, fucking sketch, what are you talking about? It's like... Every time I see Big Mushy, I think about Sam's reaction to it being hot. I know. Yeah, for anybody who missed that story, because I was like, yeah, I just want to be like a, you know, like a weird little mushroom person. And then decided to make a bigger model. And he was like, well, like, what kind of, like, are you trying to do like the monster girl thing? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I want to be like, you know, I'm a creature for sure. And then got the drawing back and showed it to Sam and he was like, wait, hold on. He's like, you didn't say it was gonna be hot. I definitely was not imagining like a good looking person. Am I high or is the audio extra crispy? I have a mixer. Life's different now, dude. I'm so glad that it's noticeable. Yeah, that matters a lot. Last night, you sound so clear and fancy. Oh, I'm so glad. Last night when we were doing Sunforge, that was the first time that I was testing out the audio, like in a call or on a recording. And I was messaging Sam going, can you tell me if the audio is sounding better? because I don't know, you know, how does the audio sound? And he was like, I'll tell you when you talk next time. I was like, oh no, he didn't notice yet. So I don't know what that means. Does it have effects? It does have a little soundboard, but I have not messed with it yet, and I'm not going to. It's sounding really good in all caps. Oh my God. Discord audio compression's pretty ass, so it would be hard to tell. Okay, fair enough. You're not peaking either. Are there things that I'm doing that would have peaked by now? Wow, it was that bad? Bro, yikes. I didn't realize it was like just when I'm talking normal, I was peaking sometimes. Try screaming. I don't want to. I don't want to. Dukes, I mean this with all the love and care. It was bad. Oh no. It was that bad? Wow. Okay. Well, I'm glad it's fixed now. I definitely got used to it. Ugh. Did you change something? I have the mixer showed up. Hilariously, I guess it showed up a while ago, but Sam just forgot to give it to me because I had messaged him being like, didn't you say that the mixer was delivered? Like, what happened with that? And he was like, oh, yeah. Brought it to me. I have no idea how long it's just been sitting in his office, dude. But yeah. We have a mixer now. And hopefully the listening experience is better. Was today a tech setup stream? No, I already did it. Sounds fantastic so far. So glad. So glad. Yeah, it's actually pretty intuitive, the setup process with this thing. It has like a setup wizard, you know, sort of a thing. But I couldn't get any headphones to work with it, which seems weird. I don't think it's because anything's broken. I think it was just how I was trying to set it up, but that's okay. Next, we're gonna find out Sam bought a replacement for your venerable green chair and just didn't tell you. No, he knows that would be a waste of time. He knows that would be a waste of time, dude. But yeah, it's a Rodecaster Duo. For anybody who is curious. Yeah, so the ideal, you can like store setups on it. So the ideal is that I have my normal stream setup and then a different sort of setup for when we're doing like Geekenders or anything else like that. I'm honestly surprised the chair has lived for so long. Same. I scared it into submission, I guess. But I still, oh my gosh, when Clark comes to visit in my office or something and leans against the chair, I panic inside. What's the chair lore? So when we first moved to England, Sam and I bought the same chair. He bought his in gray and I bought mine in green. And it did not take long for both chairs to start breaking. They were not expensive chairs. They're pretty cheap, but we were just kind of like, we need a setup. We need to be able to work. Let's just buy, you know, whatever. So Sam at some point leaned back in his and the whole thing snapped in half and he couldn't use it anymore. So that was the end of his. Mine, the arms kept coming off and the whole back tilted at one point. But I just kept fixing it. I just kept fixing it and putting it back together and kept using it. And so whenever people show up and say, whoa, I love that chair. The color is so nice. I'm very quick to say, do not buy this chair. Don't look it up. Don't even think about it. It's a terrible chair. They're bad chairs. But I don't know. For some reason, I'm still using mine. I still have the same one in gray and the back is getting dangerously close to breaking. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alrighty. Gonna leave on the TV and come back. Don't say anything interesting while I'm gone. I will try. Yeah, the issue for me is, like, occasionally companies will reach out and say, hey, we'd love to send you a chair, which is lovely. The issue is a lot of times they are people that make, like, sort of quintessential gaming chairs, which I don't find comfortable and I don't like sitting on, really. So, so I've never said, yeah, sure, send me one of those, because I know I'm not going to use it, and I don't want to, like, accept a chair under, like, false pretenses or, like, claim I'm going to use it when I know I won't, you know. And the, like, really ergonomic chairs, I bought one when we were still in LA, when we were in all of the shared, like, offices. I had an ergonomic chair that I kind of felt was not, like, it was a really good chair, but I think the way that I sit, I was not utilizing what it had. So I'd kind of just rather get my old chair that I got from Office Max, like, like a year after I moved to LA, I went to Office Max and I got this squishy black chair, the chair that any of you have been watching me for a really long time, the chair that Sherlock used to just lay on the top of. I want that chair again. I would love to just have that chair. I just, you know, I just want like a soft office chair. I really don't need anything beyond that. I feel like chairs need sitting in to try. I agree with that as well. I haven't gone looking for an office chair in a store in a long time, but at the time when I got the Office Max one, they literally just had a huge row of chairs to try sitting in, and I was like, yeah, you know, I want to be able to do that again for sure. Like, go into a store and sit in a chair and be like, that's the guy. That was such a good chair. We got so much Sherlock stage presence from it. I know. Sherlock's breath is really bad right now, and I'm worried that I've been scared to look it up. I'm worried that that's like evidence of something new happening with him. I'm worried. Poor baby. I know. Probably take him back in for a checkup anyway. Sherlock's an old man. He's not doing very well, for anybody who doesn't know that. I know. He's 16-ish now. He's got some tumors pressing against his kidneys. Yeah, my boy. I know. Yes. This isn't like, considering that when I got him, he already wasn't in perfect health, you know? I did not expect to have him this long. So the fact that that he's lived this long, still has enough energy to pick fights with the dog and, you know, eats a ton and et cetera, et cetera. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that he's had a nice long life with me. I don't know how long we'll have him beyond now, but yeah. He's about 16, Tana. Kidney issues can cause bad breath. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Well, when I took him in last time, I was like, man, this boy is pooping everywhere. This is when we changed up his steroids. I was like, this boy is pooping all over the place. And they were like, well, that kind of makes sense because the tumors are pushing against his kidneys, right? And they were trying to like feel him. And it was one of those like it was sad, but it was also funny. They kept trying to feel where the growths were. But every time they did, they were pressing against stuff that made him want to poop. And so she was like, I'm not going to touch anything in there anymore. Because he was looking at us like, please don't. Please stop. My poor boy. I know. He doesn't have teeth. He doesn't have teeths. Yeah, basically just squeezing out the poop while trying to find the tumor. My little Bebop had chronic kidney disease. His breath was rancid. Oh. Bubba. Mm-mm. You know what's funny? He doesn't drool at all. Watson does though. When Watson really wants a cuddle, when she like climbs on you and is purring like crazy, she drools all over the place. Like, what is happening? Never drools any other time, just when she like is purring a lot. I don't know. My cat has all his teeth and still drools when he's excited. Yeah, I think some cats just do when they're like happy, you know? They're just like snuggly and happy. They just drool. It's funny. Let's see. How is this doing now? 4%. Man, really taking your sweet time, aren't you? Wonder if that one would charge faster. Hold on. Come here. Come here. I unplug you. And then boop. We'll see if that goes a little fast. Okay. I finally got sand. I bought sandbags for, you're gonna call me a dumbass, but that's okay. We have one of those like egg chairs, and anytime it gets windy, it just knocks the egg chair over, and it pisses me off because I'm small and I don't want to pick that shit up every time it gets knocked over, right? So I said, I'm gonna buy some sandbags to to put on the base so that it can't blow away. And they showed up. And I went, oh, right. They don't come with sand in them. I guess that makes sense. So I had to go out and buy sand to fill up the sandbags. So I can now do that. I know. Scammed. Like, I'm sure somewhere on the listing it was like, does empty sandbags, you know. Yeah, I just assumed they came with sand, but they don't. They're just flat packed and then flat packed. What a thing to say about fabric. They're just flat bags, you know. They're just canvas bags. But they don't have any sand in them. So I was like, all right, okay, fine. Fine, okay. Thank you. That makes me feel a lot better. Those of you who were like, I also would have assumed that. Thank you very much. So yeah, I can now fill it with sand, but my kid felt very slighted when we were at the garden center and I got a bag of sand and she was like, oh my God, are we gonna build a sandbox? And I said, that's not what I got this for. No. She goes, all right, can you build me a sandbox? Yes, I can. But that's not what this is for. I want to establish that's not what this is for. Build the poor girl a sandbox. I will, jeez. There's the difference between sandbags and bags of sand. Assuming this is an honest question. So sandbags are used for weighing things down. They're used in a lot of different professions where things are heavy, but can potentially fall over. So like set pieces in theater, they use it in like scaffolding a lot, you know, anything where you're like, all right, this cannot fall over. If it does, it's going to be bad. So yeah, they're not big. They're pretty small. And they have a handle on them. They're normally black. And it's just a little bag of sand that you can kind of move around. And the sand is nice because it forms around whatever it is that you want to keep in place. So I'll probably use two small sandbags on this egg chair to just hold it down. And the pack I got it was a pack of 4. Also to stop floodwater. I think that's different. At the very least, different size than what I got. But yeah, the bags are normally like canvas, like thick. Because sand's heavy and it will rip most fabrics. But the heaviness is what you want. And hopefully from now on, the only thing that I can complain about with the egg chair is when I have to put the cover on it because it's going to rain. Because that also is very annoying as a short person. I just need more step stools around, I think. More step stools around would help. We saw a very cute step stool at TK Maxx yesterday, and I almost bought it just because I was like, all of our step stools are like, they're so plain. Like, is it wrong that I want a cute step stool? But then the Grandpa Lawson part of me, my grandfather, the Grandpa Lawson part of me was like, don't buy that. You could make that. Don't buy that. Just make one. Which is silly. Hi, Brett. I love and hate step stools. They help me as a shorty, but they also mock me. Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe I would hate them less if they were cute, you know? The toxic builder in you. Exactly. Fluidization sandboxes. Fluidization sandbox. Liquid sand? What? Bed of solid particles like sand is made to behave like a liquid. Huh? A container is filled with sand, creating a bed of solid particle. Air is introduced from below through the sand bed. The upward flow of air causes the sand particles to separate from each other, reducing the density of the bed. The now less dense separated sand behaves like liquid, allowing objects to sink into it like water. What? Science is crazy. Dry quicksand. Oh my god. Ba, 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 ba. I was raised to fear quicksand. What about all the animals that climb into my sandbox, dude? They think they're safe. No, this kid has given me too many projects now, all right? Sandbox, yeah, all right. That's like, sure. I know exactly what I would want to do for that, and it wouldn't be too bad. Like, it wouldn't be too big of a deal. But she also really wants a pond and has been developing ideas for a pond. I'm like, all right, that's quite a bit bigger of a project. But sure, we can start working on that, you know? Like, what about Gus, who goes to poop in said box? I mean, this sandbox wouldn't just stay open. No sandbox that I would ever make would like not have a roof on it. A pond, a rat maze. I know. Oh, dude. She also wants a black box theater. I mean, who doesn't though, you know? I talked with Sam about making a small stage. He was like, why? It's like, I don't know. So the kids could like perform things if they want. He was like, yeah, also her capsule clothing. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, come on, Sam. I need you to keep up with the whimsicalness. Whimsy maxing. I should hope so. What the fuck did I get my urbanized husband to help me buy a farm for, if not to whimsy max, you know? When will she want a treehouse? Holy shit. I saw the coolest fucking treehouse in the world at my friend's baby shower, and I took a bunch of pictures because I was like, I need to build this. Yeah, I have too many projects. I have too many things I want to do. But like our issue is none of the trees, none of the trees that we have that you could like sort of think about making a treehouse in. I don't trust them. I don't trust any of them to hold up a treehouse. But the cool thing about this was that the base was built. It was It was made to look like the base of a tree, but it wasn't actually. The whole thing was handmade. And the front of it was a little door, and you open the door, and the inside of the tree trunk was steps. It was a staircase that goes up to the treehouse. It was sick. It was so cool. Yeah, it was, bro. I was like, we need one of these. This is so cool. I did go in, yeah. I did fit. It was hard to get out though. Definitely made for smaller people. Sounds like you got work to do. I do. I always do. But yeah, if I were to put things in order by difficulty, a sandbox, honestly, is probably the easiest thing that I could build. When was the last time you did a pro photo shoot? Oh, God. Ugh, years ago. My last thing that was like technically a professional photo shoot was when they were highlighting Twitch partners. No, it wasn't the pizza shoot. It was like a year before we moved, I think, when we were still in LA. I got asked if I would come to a shoot thing where they were do you remember when there were like weird billboards around America that had like Twitch streamers on them? There was pictures for that. I don't think that I wound up on any of them. But they got like a few different partners in and took nice photos of them and stuff. It was hard because they were doing one of those shoots where it was like, yeah, we're gonna get you looking really nice, and then we're gonna just like have a conversation with you and take pictures during the conversation, because they wanted it to look like oddly candid, I guess, you know. And none of my pictures looked nice. All of them looked like I was mid talking about something. But recently I've been looking at, because my kid is so, not to overuse the word, but so whimsical in like her aesthetic and her sensibilities. I was looking at people who do like fantasy photo shoots. Cause I thought, oh my God, it would be so fun for like her and I to both dress up and like take pictures in the woodlands near our house. That would be so fun. Hi, Nick. I have no context with that. It's cute. Someone was asking when the last time was that I did a pro photo shoot, and I said I was part of like a Twitch photo shoot a while ago. Oh my God, I have to sneeze. Oh, geez. Yeah. But I was saying that oh, that charged so much faster. Here we go. I'm gonna let it get to 30%, but wow, that was way faster, dude. Yeah, I was saying that I've been following, partly because of mushy stuff. I've been looking up and following fantasy photographers. Nick, do you remember a while back when I was like, do we know anybody who like takes photos and then adds like 2D or illustrated details in and stuff? is that I was trying to like look up people and see if anybody sort of did that with their photos. And wound up just seeing a bunch of really cool fantasy photographers, and I was like, man, Clark would love that shit, dude. I set up the mixer after stream yesterday, so yeah. It's a new mixer. It's great. I mean, I think it's great. A lot of people said that I sound way better. So I'm glad. I'm delighted. I have yet to scream. I have yet to do a shriek. So we don't know what it sounds like to peak, but apparently I was peaking all the time and I just didn't know that. I didn't realize how bad it was. Apparently I was peaking all the time, so I'm delighted to not be peaking all the time anymore. When you laugh, it always kind of peaks, but no peaks so far today, correct? I'm back to the way better microphone, and we have a mixer that has a built-in compressor, apparently, someone said, so. None so far, not today. What a delight. What a delight. Oh, dang, we're at the top of the hour. Hot dog. So yeah, since I have this little cold, I'm gonna do this sponsored stream for Drop Duchy, which we've actually already done a sponsored stream for them. We're doing another one. But I'm gonna do the sponsored stream for Drop Duchy, and then that's gonna be it for today. Not because I don't love y'all, not because I don't think you're all great, but because I'm gonna try to kick this thing's butt. If this new audio setup makes us get rid of Dodger screams from the warning list, I'll riot. I mean, it could still be there. The screams are still happening, you know? Yeah, this Drop Duchy's great. Let me grab all the stuff that I need, though. I'm realizing I didn't do that yet. So you get to hang out with me while I set up for the sponsored thing. You're welcome. Okie dokie. It's just not the same if your ears don't bleed. Don't say that. You can't go back on it now. Ba, ba, ba. Oh! I can't play it for an hour. I can't do my sponsored stream yet. That's so funny. Oh, they even had a little thingy here. Embargo lifts at 4 p.m. Damn, dude. 4 p.m.? It says it's open in an hour. Hey, pokes. Hey, excuse me. Well, I think we'll be able to start in an hour. I'm gonna just message Sam and tell him. Oh, wait, is that an issue? Then it'll be 3 o'clock. Sam is starting at Hold on. We'll see what Sam says. I think he has a thing because I said I'd be done by 4. 4-ish. But I might be a filthy liar. Time zone hard. I agree. Time zone hard. Oh no. My wood. Oh no, my wood. I might not need it. Be okay. Might be okay. Oh! Let's see. Yay! We did it. Yeah, normally, okay, look. A lot of my setup is janky as fuck, okay? My iPad rests on 2 pieces of wood that I cut notches into. It's not stable. It's not as stable as it should be. It's it was just a good option at the time. And I kept thinking to myself, I should get something that is for holding iPads, and I didn't. So yeah. So that's my situation. Buddy, do what you gotta do. It's rustic. Yeah. Don't make me come over there. Hey, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. You know what? You know what? Hold on. I bet if I typed in iPad tripod, yep. Pops up immediately. Okay. Yeah, I just got a mixer, guys. I'm not a real streamer, okay? I'm still learning. I'm still learning, guys. Hold on. It's my first day. Yes. Okay. All right, just buy it, idiot. Just buy it. What else do I need to make this less janky? A cord for my light. I don't need that on the day-to-day, but wow, am I sick of being on camera stuff with no light in this room. I think it's just the cord. I think that something's wrong with the cord and that's why it won't work. The problem is I don't have another cord that I could try. Nice to have over 750 people watching on your first day. I know, dude. That's the VTuber effect, man. It's like the VTubers on Twitter that just have like a banger design and they go on and are like, hi, I'm a new VTuber. I haven't streamed yet. And they have so many followers immediately. And they're like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Here's your VTuber hat, guys. Have a good design. That's it. They do need a new controller cable. For what? For which controller? My Xbox controller cable's fine. I watch you in spite of your VTube model. Damn. I appreciate that. I hate everything going on here, but I appreciate you, so I guess I'll stay. I love that. That's good. That's good energy. Phrasing. Sorry, I know you said that's not what you meant. It's just funny. Your whole vibe is awful, but I like part of it. Can confirm you're not peaking on laughter. Yes! Guys, it's a new age. It's a new era. Yeehaw, etc. Life's different now. A new era. Bleh. Barfs. Nope. Da 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 da. Samuel, respond to me. I'm your wife. Respond to me. Fun with the shroom. I just wish it could see what your arms are doing. I also wish that. I also wish that. Yeah, when we did the Geekenders with Gerard, and he had the whole like 3D bodysuit on, I was like, man, that would be so tight to have something like. If I could even just put something on my arms and hands, I would be so happy. Something to track my arms and hands would be tight. But keep in mind, this guy has no fingers. Stands up on chair. I don't have fingers, so I don't know what I'm complaining about, really. Sits back down. I mean, there's different ways to do it. Like if you're playing like VR chat, right? You don't have to have a mocap suit on. You just have to have trackers on like all of the major points of your body. Which can be just like a couple, or you can have them everywhere. Like different people do different things, but you don't have to have like a suit in order to move around like a 3D model, really. Gerard answered the door to get pizza the other day in his suit. good. For the purposes of comedy, I think you should get the suit. I don't have anything to use the suit with. Wearing a mocap suit while using a 2D model is a hilarious idea. You'd just be putting yourself in pain for no reason. My cat puked. I just got back. Yesterday, Clark and I were about to take a shower, and I went to grab a towel, and one of the cats had barfed on them. So that was cool. I went to my mother-in-law, dejected, dead inside, like, can I please borrow a towel? She was like, yeah, of course. My sister-in-law was there, and she was like, hey, you okay? Oh yeah, this was before we even turned the shower on. I was like, all right, I'm gonna grab our towels and whatever. Realized, no, I'm not. Nope, I'm not gonna do that actually. How many towels do we have? 4, I think. 2 of them were dirty, and 2 of them were barfed on. So, good amount of towel. Yeah. Every time I visit my parents, I get a really skewed idea of how many towels people should have. Because they have like 20, like 20 towels. Every towel they've ever had in their life, they just keep. And some of them become like shitty wipe up stain, do weird thing towel. And the nicer ones become bath towel. I live alone and I have 8. Yeah, I think different people have different perceptions of towel amount, right? Same with my parents, millions of towels and 15 sets of sheets. Yes, so many sheets. Yeah. Yeah. For 3 people, I feel like we should probably have 2 per person for when laundry gets out of control, because it does often. And then the number of times that one of us is like, wait, I need a towel. Where's a towel? Is there a clean towel in this house? It happens too often. I just made an event in my calendar to tell me to clean our towels. Yeah. In my mind, like, you know, say that we were a household where, you know, just one person had their shit together. Maybe I could say, yeah, there should be, you know, 2 sets of sheets per bed so that the dirty one can go in the wash and then you can immediately put a new one on. And you probably only need a towel per person because you wash them. But we need rotation. I think 2 towels per person makes sense. And if you have animals, like sometimes cats barf on towels, dude. Sometimes cats barf on towels and then you're like, well, fuck, you know? Sometimes your old poopy cat hops on your bed and you're like, oh no. Why do you stink? Why are you on my bed and you stink? No. You know, yeah. Sam was saying we should probably get another baby gate, but for the top of the stairs. Because this sounds terrible, but like, for whatever reason, apparently this happens sometimes, but since Sherlock has gotten this tumor, he thinks he's always hungry. And you know, he was always a big eater, but now it's literally like he thinks he's always hungry. And they said, yeah, that happens sometimes, you know, his body's having trouble processing the food because of the pressure on the kidneys. And so he's not sure when he's full. And potentially he's not getting enough out of the food, right? So, you know, it sucks. But we pretty much always have dry food out for him in case he's like, I'm starving, I'm dying, you know? But he'll just eat all of it. He'll just sit there and eat all of it and then be like, and I'm still hungry. So now what? Now what do I do? And I'm not going to let him stuff himself dead, right? So we've gotten to the point now where when I go to bed, he will literally sit there all night trying to wake me up and I just don't sleep. It's gotten so bad. And Sam was like, should we put like a baby gate at the top of the stairs so that when people are sleeping, he can't get up there? And I'm like, but I feel bad. Like, I don't want him to think that he can't come see me, you know? I don't want to do that. But at the same time, like, he just sits there all night like, hey, wake up. I'm starving. I'm dying, dude. When are you going to feed me? I'm like, bro. Bro. Yeah. I know it's just all evidence of what's going on with his body, but it's hard. I don't know how to manage it. That's a pickle. Can you put the bowl in your room? Oh, like so that I could just fill it up from my bed? I guess. But again, the issue is he'll literally sit there and inhale it and then be like, so where's the rest? He just eats it instantly. My baby boy. My poor boy. But, you know, it's okay. I can deal with a little while of him acting like this if it means that he can also get snuggles if he wants, because I don't want him to feel like he can't get snuggles. Who took my food after eating the bowl? That's what I mean, man. Like, eats it all, stares at it like, what happened? Like, come on, man. Points at tumor. Come on, man. Settle down. Let him rest. Da-da-da-da. Oh my gosh, Resignate, thank you so much for the 10 years. Happy anniversary. Yeah, I think we just need to change up what he's eating. The vet didn't say we should do that, but I feel like if the issue is that he's not absorbing what he's eating, that there's got to be something we could feed him that is easier to digest, you know? 10 years on your first stream. I know, it's crazy. Wow, time flies, etc. For Odin, we feed him more wet food because it has higher protein. Yeah, Sherlock is almost entirely on wet food. I literally only give him dry food if he's behaving like he's actually starving, because I know I'm feeding him plenty. But just to, like, I don't know, help his mental, you know, to just be like, there's food, buddy. It's okay. There's food. Look. But he primarily eats wet food. Totally. Cats can have allergies. Yeah, 100%. Watson has food allergies. She reacts badly to meat proteins, oddly enough. Yeah, for a while there, I would take like a high quality kibble and I'd add in broth and let it get like a little soft. And give that to him because I was like, surely that's got to like fill up his tummy more, right? Like that's got to feel heavier once he's done eating. But he didn't like it. So... odd allergy for an obligate carnivore. I know. That's what I'm saying. I was like, you're allergic to meat? Bubby. Oh, he texts back. Nick, what time are we doing Heliens? Like, what time does stream start for Heliens? 9? 9 BST? Our normal, like, hop into call time? Okay. My sleep time. Trying to double check what time Sam is starting, but he just wrote, oh no. That's not helpful, dude. Oh no, what? The issue, sorry, for those of you who weren't here when I started talking about this, the issue is, I was gonna start my sponsored stream about 30 minutes ago, and then realized that the embargo for this game isn't for another hour. Yeah, Sam's also got a sponsored stream. What are we gonna do with our child? Bank holidays! Let's see. Time for her to go feral. Yeah, so my sponsored thing apparently can't start until 4, which is an hour and a half from now, or an hour and a half from now ish. And Sam's sponsored thing starts at 5. So we have bad overlap. Can you play it with her? No, I'm not gonna do a sponsored thing with my kid. What's the backup game? There is no backup game. I'm sick. So I was gonna show up, be like, let's hang out, make sure my audio sounds okay. And then I'm gonna play Drop Dutchie. And then I would kick the camera. But now I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Well, it launches today. So it's for specifically today. It says 4 p.m. BST. Either way, though, even if I started at 3, that would be a half an hour overlap that someone would need to be with my kid. Let's see. Yeah, see, she can go to my in-laws. Yeah, both of us have sponsored streams. That's the problem. Because of course we do. The rare time that happens and our kid isn't at school. That's okay. Oh, my schnoz, dude. It's so plug. Sounds like you have time to build Clark a sandbox. Damn. Yeah, because on here, it says this game plans to unlock in approximately an hour. But on this, it says May 5th, 4 p.m. BST. I don't know why that would be. I think probably they meant 3. Because it would be 4 in most of Europe. I don't know. Yeah, I mean here, yes, it's Cinco de Mayo, but it's not, they don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo here. It's like the May summer bank holiday is basically what it's called. It's not like a proper holiday. It's just a bank day. It's like everybody stay home, have a day off day. I love that they're legit a bank holiday. Like, who will think of the bankers? Won't somebody please worry about the bankers a little bit more? Ooh. Ear. The itches. It's rough here too. My kid doesn't recognize holidays. He thinks we needed to get ready for preschool and is like, no, honey, we're staying home. Bro, I totally forgot today was a bank holiday. And I woke up in a panic because I was like, oh my God, I fell asleep and I didn't put her school clothes in the dryer. I was like, all right, I think there's enough time for her dress to dry at least before we go to school. And she's got doubles of everything else, so it's fine. I'm going to throw everything in the dryer. So I like ran downstairs, threw everything in the dryer, said good morning to Peach, got her outside, went back upstairs, was like, okay, we've got this club going on today. I'm going to make sure that's all set up and ready to go. I went into Clark's room. I was like, all right, baby, I'm really sorry. Your dress is wet. She was like, okay. Like, so I've got it drying. It's in the dryer. She was like, okay. And I walked out again and like kept putzing around, was doing dishes, whatever, went back upstairs, was like, all right, honey, we got to start getting up. And she was like, for what? And it suddenly hit me like, wait a minute. Is it Monday? Fuck, you don't have school today. She was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm really glad she knew, because if she got up and started getting ready for school and then I was like, oh wait, you don't have school, she would have been like, man, I gotta stay in bed. Yeah, I'm glad at least one of us was on it. Kids always know when there's no school. She was like, what if I stayed in bed all day? I was like, it's your day off. You can absolutely stay in bed all day. She was like, really? I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't care. But, I mean, you might get bored. She was like, I won't. And within an hour, she was coming down the stairs like, all right, what are we doing? Like, well, at least she knows that I would have been fine with it, you know? I didn't make her get out of bed. I thought you wanted to stay there all day. I mean, I was honest with her, right? I was like, here are the things we talked about doing today. I am totally fine with you staying in bed today if you want to do that. You know, it just means we won't do these things. So it's totally up to you. I'll be downstairs. I think she was like, well, fuck, okay. Do I want to lay in bed or do I want to go to the park? I want to go to the park. And we got soil and sand. Yay. How old is Clark now? 7. He's 7 years old. He reads novels and does math. Weird. I've been following you since TGS. Yeah. Hello. I hope you're doing good. Novels. I'm sob. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I remember watching the live stream when you announced the pregnancy. I know. We're all just blinking and life is flying by. It's crazy. Mommy, my numbers. Oh, classic clip. Yep. I remember you starting to date, then getting married, then announcing the pregnancy, and then announcing the birth. Yeah. What is the next subathon? We were talking about my like big model debut being a subathon. Is it bad I still miss TB even though I never met him? No. Oh my gosh, you are not alone in that. People come in here all the time saying that they miss him. Shout out to the era of everyone getting suggested the I have a boyfriend video over and over and over and over again. I was just here for the dating sims. Yes. One of these days, dude, one of these days I'm gonna just sit on stream and play through all of the amnesia routes. Amnesia Memories is still the dating sim of all time. It sure is. It will take 84 years. It really will. It'll take such a long time. Okay, I might have to do this sponsored stream after D&D then. Be a late night for us mushrooms. That's okay though. What would we do with Duke's Scream if the mixer saves all of our ears now? Well, you know. How long is D&D? I don't know. We normally play for about 3 hours, don't we, Nick? Goes till midnight BST. Yeah, that's what I figured. We haven't had a good scream to test it yet. Well, you know, apparently just my laughs were peaking before. And so far we haven't had any peaks. So that's been good. But yeah, to the person who was asking if I'm liking D&D, the game that we're playing tonight, it's a reboot. It's a retcon. It's a game that we used to stream, and we're starting it over. And I think we're all kind of excited about it, to be honest. But yeah, that'll be around like 9:30 on twitch.tv/Doodle, DEUXDEL. Guys, remember when you came to Heliens and you were like, what the hecky? Now you'll get context. Blessed context. I mean, same story, but it's gonna go differently because it's different players and, you know, our DM has refined some stuff and figured out exactly how they want things to go. So oh, I need to change the players on the Heliens command. Oh my gosh. That's fun. Misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. No, that's what I'm saying. Look at this list of players. Well, it's mostly correct. Just Sedona needs to be added, right? Here, add it. Nectarhorst, Anadesu, Mustache Babs, Shelaine, and Dodger. That's all of us, right? For now. That's all of us for now. Okay, 9:30 p.m. BST. Save. Yay! There we go. Okay. Done. Fixed. Yeah, players have rotated for sure. Oh. You and Babs are guests. And Danny, Shelaine. All of us were brought on as guests and are now just permanent players. We have no chill. I think it's more like you guys invite people, or rather we invite people, and then we're like, wait, but this is nice. You should stay. The guest to permanent player pipeline. Yeah, that was me on Godforged. That was me on Heliens. Are we allowed to know about your character? For Heliens? Oh my gosh, of course. Her name is Yulie. She's a halfling. We're playing Pathfinder. So it's actually, I shouldn't have written D&D on there, but it's a Pathfinder game. So Yulie is an investigator. And the setting is a school setting. So she is trying to go for journalism. She works for the school newspaper and is part of Ghost Club. But she's just a nervous little bean. She's had a very sheltered life for the most part. She's nervous, but she loves a good mystery. Thank you for joining Ghost Club. I feel like, didn't all of us join Ghost Club? Oh, not Yenna, I guess. We did a little like session 0 thing to establish the characters going in. Hold on, let me see. I might have an old Yulie picture. This is this is an emote of her that 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 Nick made. This is Yuli. Man, where's my... Yeah, that's her. She's just nervous, man. Hold on. Hold on. I can find. Because Nick just tried to fix the Yuli pictures. So this is from the game where we left it before the retcon. Where did it go? Goodness. There she is. Yuli. Yuli. The image itself is not cursed. The file was so cursed. Yeah. The file was very cursed. It had like little dots in so many random places. And so when it got exported, it was gigantic and Yuli was like off in the corner and we were like, what happened here? Yeah, this is Yuli. Not in her school uniform. I wish I could find my old Canadian Yuli. Back in the day, we all made our own PNGs for the game, and I was like, sure, I'll take a crack at that. And they were so cursed. Wait, let me see if I can find them. Because I think I put them in the Heliens chat, didn't I? Oh, and this, wait a sec. This is also very good. Oh, where did it go? Dang it. How come everything is getting saved in weird places? There it is. Okay, you ready for me accidentally cosplaying as Yuli? In my old office, I was like, wait, I just look exactly like Yuli right now. I literally, her original design had pink overalls. It's the same picture. Yeah. Anyways. Anyways, this character's been around for a while. I'm excited to be there from the start of the story now. Because I originally built her just to be a guest. She was supposed to show up, drop some lore, and then not show up again. But she just stuck around, so. Did you decide on the name Yuli? Oh, it's her name is Yule Mossbluff. I don't know why I decided on Yule. I really liked it. And then I used one of those freaking like name generators. I was like, I need like a hobbit or a halfling surname. And it spit out Mossbluff. And I was like, I love that. So her name's Yule Mossbluff. Yeah, it felt like she'd probably go by Yuli. I gave Pip a hobbit surname, Underfoot. I love that. How did that happen? Was it close to Christmas when you made her? No. I don't know why I decided on Yule. I have no idea. If by how did that happen, do you mean how did she go from just being a guest character to being like a constant character? Essentially what wound up happening is the DM and I developed like kind of two I had a spell on me. What are they called? The Geese spell? I can't remember what it's called. Back when it was D&D, I had a spell on me that made it so that I couldn't talk about something that I saw. And so the thing that was supposed to happen with me was I went to the DM and I said, hey, is there like anything that you would like, what information specifically do you want me to give them? And we sort of developed this thing because there was something that happened in a previous session and all of them had been memory wiped. So none of them knew about it. But because my character was meant to be like a sneaky little mystery solving girl, we were like, oh, maybe she saw it, but got caught. And because this dude that was involved is like kind of sadistic, he was like, I'm not going to memory wipe you, but I'll make it so you can't tell anybody anyway. And so I was trying to get across what I knew, but it was taking so long that eventually I just kind of became part of the group. And by the time they got the information out of me, I had been there for like multiple sessions. My D&D group had a long talk about that spell, culminating to all of us being mad that it's pronounced Gesh. Is it? I had no idea. Yeah, I had the Gesh spell on me, I guess. Yeah, we've swapped to Pathfinder 2E. We're all still, to be perfectly honest, we're all still kind of figuring out how we're meant to play our characters because Pathfinder's very different. Yeah, what I like about Pathfinder so far is it doesn't take itself too seriously, really. Everybody gets scared away from it with like, oh, you have to do so much math or it's so complicated. But like the goofy shit it lets you do is so funny. There are feats that are so hyper specific and are not helpful at all. It's so funny. Also, you can do so much with a turn. What the shit? Like, you get to act so many times when it's your turn. It's wild. 3 actions, no obligate movement action. Yeah, you can choose to move with one of your 3 actions. What was the campaign name? Heliens. Heliens of Karnak. And I'm an investigator, so I'm not combat built. But Heliens before wasn't a combat show. It was much more of a, we're trying to solve a weird mystery kind of show, so. My friends and I switched to Pathfinder 2E from 5E, and it's been great. The shenanigans are at an all-time high. Yeah. I feel like it's, once you understand how it works, you can, there's a lot of goofery. But yeah, I'm still trying to get a handle on the Pathfinder investigator. Like, okay, So I start an investigation, and then I get a bonus to perceiving things having to do with that investigation. But I can also like chase clues, and I can ask about what I'm seeing, and I get a bonus as long as what I'm seeing has anything to do with my investigation. And like, I really need to write down like, okay, first you do this, and then you do this, and then you do this. Because everything is about being like, this is one of my primary investigations. And now from here, how do I utilize that to extrapolate information having to do with my investigation, right? So I think once I have it, yeah, I need a flow chart. I think once I have it written down, I'll be like, okay, I know what to do now, you know. But I think, what was the name of that feat? That's Odd or something. I think both Nick and I have that. We both took a feat, I think, called That's Odd. And it's, it's like one of those feats that puts so much on the DM where it's like, I've walked into a new area. DM, can you tell me something odd about this area? What's something that stands out to me immediately about this area, DM? The DM just has to be like, okay. Hold on. That's Odd feat. Let me look up what it actually is. I'm trying to remember exactly how it works. You enter a new location, such as a room or a corridor, you immediately notice one thing out of the ordinary. The GM determines what it is, or whether there's nothing reasonable to pick up, skipping obvious clues that can be easily noticed without a check, or specifically looking for them. You learn only that an area or object is suspicious, not why it's suspicious. For example, if you enter a study with a large bloodstain, the bloodstain is obviously suspicious. It's evident to you already. The GM might note that there's something suspicious about the desk drawer instead. You would then need to investigate the drawer further to find out what specifically is out of the ordinary. And if you wish, you can pursue a lead concerning this detail, even if you have pursued a lead less than 10 minutes ago. Like, it's just so, especially for an investigator build, it's so busted. It's like, well, DM, that's pretty obvious. Surely I should be told something else. Oh, legend lore is so good for that too. Yeah, it's the difference between playing like most other roguelites and Binding of Isaac. What I mean by that is, in Binding of Isaac, you can be so broken. And I don't think the developers have ever been like, oh man, that's so busted, we should fix that. They're like, whoa, that's really fucking busted, isn't it? Well, have fun. In Pathfinder 1E, I played an Unchained Rogue, and his build was just a cockroach. He couldn't die. One sec, sorry, I'm messaging my sweet love. I need a hand asset that's just holding my phone. I can do that. I could do that for sure. Since I'm making all my own assets now. Side eyes green screen. Whoever you got the gaming grippers might have one. But I'm making my own grippers now. I'm making my own grippers now. Hee hee. And it's gonna be good and not cursed. It's gonna be really good. Everyone's gonna like it. A massage? Oh, no, not from him. Puts it away. Puts it away. Man, I'm congested. It's weird because I was complaining about this yesterday, so sorry if you're listening to the same thing again. But like, if I'm gonna get sick, just make me sick, dude. I don't want to be kind of sick for 2 weeks. Just knock me out for a day and then move on, right? Like, commit to the sick. That's what I'm saying. But now we can listen to the story with better audio. So true. When's your new model debut? So it was gonna be April, and then April wound up being crazy with all of the traveling and all the birthdays and everything. And I realized if I tried to do my debut, I wasn't gonna be able to like really focus on my kid's birthday and stuff, and that's not fair to her. So I decided like, I just won't worry about it. There's a few assets and things that I think are gonna take a while still. So I don't really want to like put out another date, but it's going to be in summer. I guess we're in May, so that's kind of obvious, but yeah. Once I have a better idea of how long everything's going to take to get done, I just don't want to do the thing where I'm like, yeah, it's going to be at this time, and then stuff still isn't done, and I go, never mind, it's going to be at this time. It's just funny to be in a position where like the model's done. I'm just waiting on other stuff, you know? What could a subathon look like for you? Gosh, I've never done a subathon as a tuber. But I feel like there's goofy stuff you can do, right? I started following Roxo to see it, and it's good. It is! I love it. I have only done one subathon ever, that's true. My 10-year streamer anniversary, I did a big subathon. And I'm proud of myself because all of the things that I promised I would do as part of the subathon, I got them all done pretty fast. The thing that took the longest was the Hollow Knight one shot, but it happened. It happened. I did it. Yeah. Yeah, how do I get across that I'm dying while eating Vindaloo as a VTuber? You know, like the variables are different, man. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Peppa One Shot is like actually starting to come together now. I got a few friends together and I asked if they would help me test it out. So I'm gonna do the one shot with some people off stream. Because I I basically made a skew on there are a bunch of smaller TTRPGs that use D6s, where like 1 represents something and 6 represents something. So I did a skew on that, and I don't know how well it's gonna work. So I want to try it out with some people first and see how it goes. But yeah, it's actually like, it's actually coming together. Also, my kid is going through like a Peppa Pig renaissance. So I've been like, all right, apparently we're all on the same page here. Apparently you realize I need to study. Peppa's voice has changed. I don't know how I feel about it. Because, you know, we took like, what, 2.5, 3 years off from Peppa. And now suddenly Peppa's on in the house again. I'm like, why is her voice different? Oh my God, Mommy Pig is pregnant? What the shit is happening? The show's so different now. Yeah, different voice actor. No, it's a different voice actor for sure. Yeah, man. Okay. My head is foggy. I'm gonna head out in about 10 minutes and rest up. Rest up, eat some food. Slam dunk my child into bed. You know, when bedtime happens. Yeah. And then we'll do D&D, and then we'll play Drop Duchy, which I know I already love, so. Definitely needed the context. I mean, Pathfinder. Oh, God. I mean, Pathfinder. Wait. Does the Heliens command say we play Pathfinder, or does it say we play D&D? Is that another thing that needs to be changed? Hold up. I think it says D&D too. Oh, thank you. Yeah, D&D show. Boo, stinky. Hold on. Heliens, edit. Okay. Okay, and I got to fix the comma thing. It's been a couple weeks since I've hung around. How is Peachy recovering from surgery? Really well. She's doing really well. We're taking her in for her checkup to get new x-rays taken and make sure it's all healing well, but like, yeah, she's moving around. Like everything is just fine. Oh, it also says it's on break. Oh my God, hold on. Oh, the Sunforged one does. Oh, I see. I see, okay. Okay. Okay, exclamation point Heliens and exclamation point D&D. Do those look right now? I think they're fixed. To be fair, it has been on break for 2 years. Yeah, it's true. It doesn't feel like that to us because we were doing offline stuff. Great. Yay, I'm glad. I'm an obligate tank player. Oh, goodness. Alrighty. I'm gonna go rest before we have D&D tonight. But thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry, it turned out that this was not a sponsored stream. It was just a hangout and chat for a couple hours stream, which I am also totally fine with. So we'll be doing at midnight. At midnight tonight, we'll be doing a Drop Duchy stream. So let's read the activity feed and then I'll get going. Thank you all very much. Raid leader's open if anybody wants to grab it. And also, we had sorry, I've been bad about reading these, but we had a Valentine from Weird Uncle Jay that said, I would be surprised if you recall this, but in late 2023, I asked about me having feelings for a friend and what to do. He gave some great advice on talking to that friend and getting those feelings out in the air. I totally didn't take the advice. I was afraid of what would happen. Fast forward a few months, and due to a misunderstanding, we end up having that talk, and we've been dating since February 2024. Oh my gosh. Whoa, what a good story. I'm so glad that talk wound up happening. Oh, what a lovely end to that. Cutie patooties, for real. Also, yesterday, Kitten said, chat, you're all amazing, wonderful, and fantastic. Stay safe. Cheers. Alrighty. Nath Dan, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Hasmo Bean for the 54. Literature Geek for the 69. 4 p.m. in the AM for the 40. Springfart for the 90. Brutalist Toast for the 44. Poldy for the 88. Blues Regards for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. Beard Acknowledge for the 104. The Avios for the 5. Resigne for the 10 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much. Wild Blast for the 28. Thomic for the 111. Smart Guy for the 115. Voronuvos for the 65. Some Silent Irony for the 49. Thank you all so much for coming to my first stream ever. I really appreciate it. The support right out the gate is really special. Dan Giesling. Let's see. Beep. Are you streaming, Dan? Yes, playing Balatro. Amazing first stream. I loved it. Thank you so much. We can only go up from here, guys. All right, go say hi to Dan. Spread love and joy. If you're looking for something to watch later, if you'd like to show up for the very first episode of Retconned Heliens, that'll be on twitch.tv/doodle at 9:30 p.m. BST. But I will be streaming again at midnight. So in, oh my gosh, what, like 8 hours? Something like that? 9 hours? I don't know. All right. Take care of yourselves, guys. Thank you so much. See you.